Hey everybody, my name is Kyle Bryant. I am the Right Ataxia Director at the Friedrich's Ataxia Research Alliance. I'm here with my friend Randy, and we
Oh,
are going to tell you about the news coverage that Randy and I are going to be bringing you from the International Ataxia Research Conference this week in Washington, D.C. Tell us, who is Randy Yike?
I'm an FA dad. My two kids, Jake and Claire, have Friedreich ataxia. They were diagnosed about 4 years ago. I'm a lawyer, practice in Michigan. I work with hospitals and health systems to help them improve patient care and patient outcomes. I am an FA science junkie. I am probably one of the world's foremost Kyle Bryant fans. Um, yeah, I could go on, but that's the nut of it.
Randy, tell everybody what we're going to be doing this week and why they should tune into the Fair YouTube channel.
This is going to be awesome. So this week in Washington, D.C. is the International Ataxia Research Conference, and it's a gathering of scientists and researchers from literally around the world. They're going to meet for 3.5 days in Washington, D.C. and talk about the science behind ataxia research. They're going to talk about everything from genetic investigations to delivery models to translational research to mouse models to endpoint analysis to ferroptosis, to epigenetic silencing, all sorts of different stuff. And what Kyle and I are going to do, or at least what we're going to try to do, is to take some of this science, which is fascinating. It's amazing science. Take some of this science, uh, meet with the researchers, ask them what they're doing and why they're doing it, and how and why that should matter to us. You know, the patients who have Friedreich ataxia, the families of people with Friedreich ataxia, the whole community, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, Randy, you mentioned that it's an international conference, but also, so that's really awesome. There's over
Yeah,
400 scientists and researchers and pharma companies that are going to be there. But also, it's an all ataxia conference. So it's not just Friedrich's ataxia, because we know that there are plenty of areas where our interests overlap and where we can work together towards the ultimate goal. So I think that's a really cool aspect of this conference, is that it really demonstrates how collaboration can push us all forward more quickly. You're so well versed in all the science, and how did you get to that point? Because it's so overwhelming, right? Especially at first for people to jump right into it. How'd you get there?
um, I think part of it is it's an interest. I find this stuff fascinating. I think part of it is when you're faced with a problem, you got to do something. And some people, for example, ride across the entire United States. That seems unapproachable to some of us. I think the way that I dealt with this was by digging in and by reading scientific papers. And I've got not a background in science. I mean, I'm a liberal arts major, so slow down. But part of my job is to work with doctors and physicians. So there's a little bit of language there. I think the more I read a lot of these papers, the more fascinated I was by all the research that's going on. And I think one of the key takeaways that I get, and then I hope that we can communicate to the rest of the FA community, is we're not just trying one thing. We're trying dozens, scores, hundreds of different things in an attempt to really get to the bottom of this disease and other ataxias by pursuing this avenue and this avenue and this avenue and this avenue and this avenue. And that has given me a lot of, not just hope, but really like rational optimism.
Tell everybody where they can find our videos, our coverage of the conference.
Well, we're going to be blowing up everywhere. So the videos themselves are going to be on the Farah YouTube channel, and we'll provide a link for that. But you can, as always, follow the hashtag CureFA. I think you can follow the IARC hashtag, which is hashtag IARC 2019. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
All right,
What
we know that one. And who
if
knows? Maybe there'd be something on Facebook, maybe a little Twitter action.
Yeah. I think we might even try and expand LinkedIn a little bit too. So if that's what you use, I mean, see if we're on there. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll be all over the place.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Well, this is going to be fun. And so you're in Michigan, I'm in Philadelphia, and
True.
we're going to meet in Washington, D.C. in a couple days. So I'm looking
Perfect.
forward to it, and I will see you there.
I'll see you in DC, Kyle.